and very gently, you start cracking it open. So easy. You don't need to be rough or forceful at all with paint. So why does that happen? Why is it that when you don't mix your paint, it dribbles down? Well, that can help with it. So the reason is paint is made out of two things. Pigment, tiny little particles that contains your color, and thinner is what it's mixed with. Pigment is heavier, so over time it settles at the bottom. So all the nice thick paint is at the bottom, and at the top, even though you can't see it, it's kind of watery. So what we need to do is, they always give you these, go all the way to the bottom and you stir. This is what you always do every single day, because every single day it will settle at the bottom. So keep your paint fresh. Make sure that it's not watery when you pour it down the wall. So
How long do you have to stir it for?
this was already stirred, so I only did it to show you guys, but really a minute, about a minute. Yeah. So I'm gonna clean up my edges and I'm gonna show you guys how to seal this.
How long did it take you to do this whole thing?
Right now it's been 7 weeks, but I was sick for one, so 6 weeks. This is called, nope, somebody said it. Mallet, nice. All right, everything that has the number 3 on it, all of this gets number 3. So you see all these little grooves over here? It's important to get in there. I'm scooping the paint. I have a pretty decent amount of paint, and I'm just going in there. So this is all number 3. These pockets here, that's number 2. That's number 2. This is number 3. This is number 2. So just find your number and fill it in, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. All right, my last group. All right, you guys, I'm starting to hand out paint. Wait for me before you begin. This is,
She's gonna show you.
yeah, I'm gonna just wait for me before you begin, okay? This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 1. This is number 3. Let me bring the rest. Actually, yeah, can you grab that guy? Thank you. All right, number 1. Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 2. Number 2, okay? All right, everybody here got some paint? Everybody here got some paint? All right, pay attention to me, guys. Hey, beep, 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 beep. Beep, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Okay, cool. All right, you guys, so I have number 1 right here. I'm gonna use this as an example, okay? You guys see how there are separate areas. Can you move back up a little bit, please? So I'm gonna use this guy as an example. Come over here, you guys. Get over here. Get over here, get over here.
If I wanna get close, get close.
So you guys see how there is a circle around the 1? That's the area for the 1. This is another area for 1. This is another area for 2. So find your number and fill it in. Now, really important. You guys see that? You guys see that groove? So I'm scooping the paint and I'm just filling it in. And it's important to get, that's why we have small paintbrushes. It's important to get your paint in all of those little grooves, because that right there, that's underneath, sometimes there's different colors, sometimes it's just background work, sometimes it's primer, which is the first coat. We need to cover that up with paint. All right, you guys good?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm almost finished.
Yeah.
I'll go take a break.
You can take a break whenever you want. Just drop your,
Did you make that?
I did. So I painted this whole wall, you guys. You guys like it? Yeah, awesome. All right, so this big, 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 big wall was painted first with spray. Anybody here knows spray paint? All right, who knows what this thing is called? A lift, a scissor lift. Now, who can guess why it's called a scissor lift? Because, no. Now I stopped it. So you guys see that part below? It kind of looks like scissors, doesn't it? Yeah. So this is how you reach up high. You can use a ladder, you can use a lift, and you can use a scaffolding. There's many ways to get up high in a wall. Let me return this guy. way up there. Now, has anybody here done any kind of drawing or painting on a wall before? Yeah? Some of you guys? All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you guys the different supplies and the way that I painted this big wall over here. So, everybody, follow me. Don't touch the wall because it has fresh paint. Very gently, you don't need to be forceful. Very gently, you just go. Don't crush your fingers, very important. And it's sealed. If you always keep your cans, well, but that's from before. That's from like the cleanup from before. What happens when you are not gentle to your cans? This is what happens. You see that? So I kind of messed that can up. I was tired one day and I just slammed it, and now it's damaged. Paint's still fine inside, but just be careful with your cans. So what are ways that we can put paint on a wall? And you guys can just yell it out. A paintbrush, a roller, what else? A spray pen, yes. All right, so we are going to be using brushes. I want to show you guys just the variety of brushes that you can have. You can have the thickest brush ever. I know, it's like a broom, isn't it? It's actually super helpful to like brush off the wall. You can have medium-sized brushes. Yeah?
How many hours does this take?
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be 2 months when I'm done with it.
2 months. How long did it take?
2 months? And you can have tiny brushes. You use all of them for murals.
Did you
All
paint
of
this
them.
all by yourself?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Did you use that?
I use that and all this paint and all the stuff I'm showing you. It is a really fun job. Now, why wouldn't you use a roller on this wall? Who can guess? Because it's rough. She said it. If you use a roller, you're gonna miss all of the little holes. Basically, you're only gonna catch the top part, and we need to paint all the way in. This is a really difficult wall because it is so textured. Big shell, and then the one over there. I'm gonna show you each one. So you guys can see how they cover this with yellow. Then you guys see that there's a number 2 over here? Yeah? All of this is number 2. There's a paint that I'm gonna give you guys that I'm gonna tell you this is number 2. Your job, the way that you can help me today, is to fill out the number 2. If you guys can't reach, it's okay. There's number 2 all the way around here. And on the edges, you got number 3. Everybody can see that? On the edges, number 3, it's this color. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next shell. This shell, I am going to be asking you guys, I was a different color yellow. That's how I need you guys to help me. And the last shell, as you go, so I'm gonna give you guys some paint over here. Now, if we all step back a little bit, it does look real awesome. All right, you guys, so you guys see this big shell over here? The big diagonal shell? Yeah? All right, cool. You guys see how the top left part is already kind of finished? And then the next section, it's colorful, it has some color, but it's not super detailed yet. That's because when you paint a mural, you paint in layers. Now, there are 3 main reasons why you paint with layers. Who can guess the first one? I can't hear you. No? All right, I'm gonna try over here. Yeah? Actually, yes. One of the reasons, there's actually more than 3, but one of the reasons is the way that you layer paint gives you more complexity, more depth, better color. What's another reason?
Different shades.
Different shades, yes, better color. All right, who else? Who else can guess why you paint in layers? All right, there is one, yes. Actually, yeah, that is the main and most important reason, durability. So the thicker the paint, the more it lasts. And also the more the color lasts, because thick paint contains more pigment, which is color. And it will withstand the elements of our crazy Florida and Alabama weather better. Yeah? The last reason is, if you paint in layers, you can catch mistakes. You are always going to make mistakes when you paint. That is part of the process. And if you paint in layers, like step 1, step 2, step